What's up, Triple B fan and jewelry lovers? Ryan here, bringing to you top 10 vintage brooches, necklaces, bracelets, and earrings that have sold on eBay over the past 7 days. Now, for the people that have been watching this series, it used to be top 25 individual videos of brooches, necklaces, bracelets, and earrings, but we combined them all to now it's just one video, top 10, and we go over all of them, which I think is going to be beneficial. Again, it gives us a good idea of some high-selling pieces while going over all of them in one video. I do have the actual sold prices this time, so I did write down the actual solds. The first one I didn't, but just getting back into it. So we do have the actual sold prices. We have brooches, bracelets, necklaces, and earrings. We are going to be starting off with the earrings. Just want to say thank you guys so much for the love and support. We also do, as you can see, got the jewelry bins next to me. We have the scheduled, it's not live, but it is pre-recorded live jewelry sale. There are some fantastic deals. Again, I have everything right here that we went through. I think it's 55 items. That one's set up for the 17th, I do believe. And I'm also going to be working on the listing 5 items a day. So we have some setup weekly videos I think are going to be really beneficial. The listing 5 items a day, I switched it up a little bit. Instead of posting it daily, I'm just going to do the week. Some days I'm probably going to miss. Again, we're running 4 Whatnot Lives. Well, I'm currently running 4 Whatnot Lives. Vintage Vagabond Vins 2 days a week. And Discovering Bliss 2 days a week. So doing a live on top of that, all of that, that's kind of why we did the pre-recorded. That one's set up, so we're going to get to that one as well. And I think that's about everything. So we have everything set up. Content-wise, I really do hope you guys enjoyed the top 10 more than the top 25. And let's get right into it, starting with earrings. Alrighty, guys. So starting off with earrings. Again, we're going to be going over the top 10 that have sold over the past 7 days. Starting up first, we have Juliana D&E. So Juliana does have the reference number 3729. They did sell for $200. They were listed for $225. They did sell for $200 by now. And the way that you could really tell that these are Julianas are the margarita beads, without a doubt. The Nivettes, the color of stones, and then of course always kind of the back style. That does also help out a lot as well. You do have like the rounded ends with the triple holes, the figure eights, the puddling. Definitely Juliana. Again, these earrings did sell for $200 by now. So $25 off the asking price. That's not too bad. Up next, we have Christian Dior clip-on earrings. Grapois style. You do have the purple, green, blue with the clear rhinestones. Signed Christian Dior on the back. I mean, you have the Grapois style, multicolor cabochon. They're going to sell for, to each their own. They are going to sell for a decent amount. Whether it's Christian LaCroix, Christian Dior, you name it, they're going to sell pretty well. So these were listed for $228. Looks like they took off $8. That's not bad whatsoever. They did sell for $220 listed by now. Definitely not a bad sale. Worth keeping an eye out for without a doubt. Up next, we have Christian Dior again on the card, new old stock. They are also signed on the back. Of course, I wanted to double check that. Always make sure if you're looking to buy something and it's on a card, not all the time are they signed, but you want to make sure that, you know, okay, they're signed, the card is signed. Beautiful. But you have the faceted blue with the gold tone clear rhinestones. Nice dangle earrings. These were listed for $259.87. Weird little number. $288.75 was the asking price, but again, it looks like they took an offer. Sometimes it crosses it out. But again, I do use the actual sold prices. So they did sell for $259.87. That's probably like whatever that would be, a percentage off, which is where you would end up with that number. And again, Christian Dior selling for big money. Iraj Mayoni, vintage clip-ons. I have a feeling that these bad puppies probably glow like no other. You got the clear rhinestones, faceted green. Kind of looks like those emerald cut stones that are upside down, kind of like Shriner. Beautiful, beautiful pair of clip-ons there. And they are also signed. I did make sure. And again, there's that signature, Raj Mayoni. Beautiful clip-ons, $270 buy now. So $270 buy now. I don't believe that there's really too many Raj Mayoni pieces that I've seen that sell. Most of the time when I'm looking up the top 25 even, they sell for decent. So definitely a name to keep an eye out for as well. Of course, we have some more Givenchy. Large, has the logo right on the front. Faux pearl, black enamel, gold tone. Stunning earrings. Those are clip-ons. As far as the signature goes, you got the double G logo. And again, Givenchy. Well, I think that's maybe an ad. They sold on bid $299. Again, one bid, $299. That's a nice little price. That's a nice sale right there, without a doubt. Some big money for earrings. Again, costume. I do my best to provide just... I mean, obviously, when I'm looking these solds up, I'm passing gold. I'm passing sometimes antique with the platinum. All different styles of precious stones. So I try to just give a nice base of high-selling costume with a mix of like, hey, this item is sterling. It's definitely not worth the sterling weight. Like Denmark sterling really is one of those items that sells for a chunk of change. And it doesn't have to do with the sterling weight as much as it does what the signature is. So again, just a nice little mix if it is your first time watching and you're wondering like, well, why isn't there gold? These are items that sell right along with gold that don't have that precious metal value. Alrighty, up next we got YSL Yves Saint Laurent. Beautiful. Again, you have like the poured glass style, molded glass, red rhinestones. Kind of looks like a pineapple to me. I don't know. Well, red pineapple. Okay, maybe. And again, these are signed right on the back. I can never say that name, so we're just going to go YSL. Beautiful clip-ons there. For $329 was the asking price. They did sell for $300. So another offer that's pretty close to that listing price. Again, $329. They sold for $300. If somebody's going to offer me $300 on $329, I'm taking it all day. So again, beautiful YSL clip-ons for $300. We also have Jomaz. Now, I did throw in some sets. Chances are, if there's always the added value when, of course, you have more than just one piece to the set. But a lot of the times they do coincide with one another. So if the brooch and earrings sell a lot, if you have just the earrings, they'll sell well. If you just have the brooch, it'll sell well. Obviously, not as much most of the time, but there's some few ones that, like, I don't know. You see the set sell, and individually they almost sell for the same amount. It's really weird, but it's just something that I've noticed over the past. Again, we've kind of been doing this for about a year now, consecutively. A little bit longer. So everybody that's been hanging out for the past, couple of years, I'm trying to really do my best to keep on point, keep the content there. So again, this one is a Jomaz masterpiece, powder blue, beautiful faceted glass. You got the faux turquoise. Does look like it is as is. I could see some issues with those rhinestones missing, or the clip-ons missing some rhinestones. But for the most part, absolutely gorgeous. Flower brooch and earrings. Selling for $355 on bid. Now, will the earrings itself sell for that? Probably not. But I have a feeling that it's a set or a piece of a set that does very well. And again, $355 on bid, 14 bids. I was going to say, I do see the signature there, signed Jomaz. Again, beautiful little set there. $355, 14 bids. Sheesh. Alrighty, we have Hermes Cloisonné enamel dolphin earrings. How cute are those? I mean, this is why I'm doing these videos, though. Out at an estate sale, yeah, they're signed Hermes, but could that be out on a table of dollar jewelry? I mean, they're just little dolphins. They don't look crazy. So, I mean, if somebody has no idea, just throwing out jewelry at an estate sale, a yard sale, I feel like it's passable to where you can find these $1, $2, $3. Beautiful dolphin earrings there. They are signed Hermes on the back. Again, just gold tone. selling. They were listed for $442. They did sell for $398. $398. Again, these offers they're pretty on point if you ask me. A little bit off, but not crazy. So again, listed for $442 and sold for $398. Hermes coming through. Lunch at the Ritz. I always explain it. I don't know. I do, but I don't know the appeal. I don't wear jewelry, so maybe that's part of it. But I think it's just it's a form of art, realistically. These, you have Lunch at the Ritz, enamel rhinestone, Chili the Kid earrings. So instead of Billy the Kid, it's Chili the Kid. Nice little play on words, punny. How cool are those? Definitely different. Most likely signed somewhere on the back. Lunch at the Ritz, it's a pretty easy signature to identify. I actually don't see them signed. I don't doubt any, but typically you would have the rectangular cartouche, and it'll be like kind of a fancy writing of Lunch at the Ritz. Again, Chili the Kid. I just love Chili the Kid, though. And again, these were listed for $495. They did sell for $446. So $446, not bad whatsoever. Again, really close to that set price. Not bad at all. All right, this one is a set, but individually they do sell very well, which is why I threw it in there. I've seen this necklace actually sell for more than what this whole set sold for. This is what I'm talking about. I don't always comprehend the sets and why they do just as well as individual, but sometimes they do. So Lunch at the Ritz, Halloween, you got the black cats, the witches, jack-o'-lanterns, spiders, you name it. There is a bracelet, earrings, and necklace. They were listed for $550. They did sell for $500. Y'all seen that, right? The garage, the garage and leaving the door open. Anyway, we're just flying right through it. That was unintentionally punny. So Lunch at the Ritz, Halloween set there. Rhinestones, enameling, you name it. Do really sell for a lot. I don't believe that that's the signature by no means. There's the Lunch at the Ritz. Again, rectangle style cartouche, Lunch at the Ritz, Halloween set, $550. Alrighty, I think that's the last one that we have. And that sold for $500. $500 was the actual sold. Yes, we are officially into bracelets. And it does look like there weren't any. What it sold for is what it sold for. We have Goldette up first. Guys, I'm not even going to lie. Bracelets are I go through probably about 15 pages of solds to find bracelets. The watches, the gold. It is very hard to find costume jewelry bracelets that sell for a lot. So I got to go through a bunch of pages, and I really do try to give a nice mix of everything. But Goldette slide bracelet, if you don't know, here's your time to know. Beautiful style. Again, kind of like a Victorian revival is what I would say Goldette is best known for. So slide bracelet. It is signed Goldette on that cartouche. Does have its safety chain. Beautiful. All different styles of slides. You got the fleur-de-lis, carved scarab. So even kind of like an Egyptian revival. Rhinestones throughout. You do have the carved shell cameo. Most of the time Goldette does actually have the shell cameos. They're not acrylic. Some faux turquoise. Just beautiful, beautiful bracelet. This one was listed and sold for $275. That's a great price right there for, again, contemporary style bracelet. Not contemporary. Not completely terribly vintage either, but for a non-precious metal bracelet, $275 all day, every day. Alrighty, up next, Kenneth J. Lane. I'm telling you, if you find these bracelets, pick them up, whether they're 10, 15, 20, they always sell for decent. And the way that the best way that I could describe it is, this is another, revival piece in a way, just made differently. The bracelet that this reminds me the most of is a Chinese export cabochon bracelet. without a doubt. It's clamper style, definitely different. Again, you don't have the filigree and everything else like that, but the same style almost. So these have mogul cabochons, I suppose, but we got the clear rhinestones that go more like a faux tortoiseshell cabochon, acrylic. It is signed KJL for Kenneth J. Lane, 1960s to 80s. That fly is going to drive me nuts. Hinged bracelet, absolute stunner, $280. Does look like they originally had it listed for $350, 20% off, $280. So, beautiful KJL bracelet there for $280. That's right, guys. I got the coffee today. Alrighty, Juliana D&E. Currently, right now, we have one listed on Whatnot for a $3 start. It is an Easter egg cabochon, so keep that in mind. Easter egg cabochon. I'm probably going to feature it in a daily bolo. That instead of doing like a bunch of random bolos, I think I'm going to stick to jewelry that we have in hand. I want to show you guys some of the stuff that we have. It's just sometimes hard to incorporate it into daily videos. But just so that way you know, upcoming show, I don't know exactly when it is, but we do have a Juliana D&E set Easter egg cabochon, which is, if you know Juliana. This one, though, you got those beautiful blues. I forget exactly what that blue's called. It has a specific name. Again, I'm 4 years into jewelry. I'm still learning. It's more so doing the video and remembering at the same time. But that blue has its specific name. One of the ways you can tell it's a Juliana. Two, this is a full set, guys, but it does have the bracelet. That's why I threw this one in here. As you can see throughout the brooch, you got the figure eights up at the top. Open back navettes. They're covered in figure eights, to be honest. Weirdly, oh, no, it does actually have a pin stop. So pin stop, figure eights, puddling, that beautiful blue. The bracelet, cupped ends, beautiful navette rhinestones. I don't know if they showed a picture of the back. And yes, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 panels. Traditional for Juliana. I know I explained Juliana, but Juliana isn't signed. So if somebody new's watching the video and they didn't know, I always have to explain Juliana because it's not signed, and I feel like that information is key to know. And another thing that you're going to want to look for is the V-shape chain links. All Juliana representations, how to tell. Beautiful earrings with it as well. Again, same style. You have the triple holes, the little cupped edges, puddling on the back. This set sold for $309, one bid. Now, if you threw in the necklace, you're probably talking about $1,000 sale. Maybe not. 800, 6 to 8 maybe. But beautiful Juliana set, $309 on bid. We have a chunky carved jade bracelet, 2 5/8. So almost about a 3-inch in diameter bracelet. I feel like that bracelets are like that, especially bangle style. You get 2-inch. I feel like they're harder to sell. It's kind of like clothing. You know, you got to be able to fit that bracelet over your hand. So I do feel like a larger size sometimes does help it sell. But carved jade, I don't know if that is actually jade. Jade, amber, those are always the questionable things for me. I could definitely tell that that's stone, though. Beautiful stone, bracelet carved, was listed and sold for $400. Can't say that all of them do, but that one sure did. $400 for the carved stone. This one I was excited about. We have a vintage WL 12 karat gold filled sterling silver good luck clover charm bracelet, 7-inch. Definitely has like that key fob style bracelet. Super cute little charm. It is marked on the back, 120 12 karat. Does have the WL signature. I don't know exactly who that is. Some type of receipt or something. I don't know. But I thought the cool thing is good luck in a bunch of different languages. So I'm going to do my best right now. So we got good luck, buena suerte, cheerio, salud, Vilgelina, maybe, scal or scale, We also have Vortresante, Welgian, and I can't even read that other one. And the 3A, 3 up, nah, it's not happening. Let's give it a 3A. Well, I don't know, something like that. I have no idea. Did my best. I figured it was worth a shot. I'm horrible with pronunciations, even in the English or English to French language, so I couldn't even imagine how bad I just did there. But this one was listed on bid, 28 bids, $455. Buy now. That is insane. Alrighty, Panino brooches and bracelets. I don't really find too many bracelets on these videos, but beautiful faceted blue, purple rhinestone. Even looks like maybe some faux marcasite. Nope, they're just clear rhinestones. A little bit of discolor there, but bracelet in gorgeous condition. Yeah, it looks like all the rhinestones. I feel like that's insane. Of course, we want to check out the Panino signature. Looks like it's on the fold over closure. You can kind of see it. So Panino signature on bid, $485. On bid, 3 bids. She is gorgeous. And again, for just under $500, it's worth to know. All right, what else are we looking at? Now, I threw this one in here. It came up underneath almost every single thing. Again, I just look up, when I do my research, I just look up vintage brooch, vintage necklace, bracelet, earrings. That's pretty much what I do. This one came up underneath all, but I threw it in this one. Again, bracelets, I got to go through a lot of pages, so I just did this one. There's primarily a lot of bracelets there. Bakelite bracelets, there are 17 items. Carved red, I wouldn't necessarily call that exactly cherry, but pretty close. Bakelite pendants right there. Beautiful floral pieces. That dark brown, another brown. You got apple juice, multicolor, spinach. Actually, that one's more of like an apple, granny apple. It does have some earrings, some belt buckles. That one I'd go more of like a butterscotch. The spinach green in there. Man, that, in regards to a Bakelite lot, is heaven for Bakelite lovers. That's all I'm going to say. That whole lot there. Sold one bid, $650. Big old lot, $650. Sometimes it depends on how you want to make it. I think, honestly, each one of those pieces could be anywhere between 1 to 3. Maybe not so much the earrings, but the necklaces and the bracelets, 1 to 3. They sold it all in one. Completely up to your own discretion. That is a nice payout. Alrighty, we have Victorian, World War II. Maybe it's just me. Silver puffy heart bracelet. So yeah, we got like World War II. Maybe, it's an older piece. Floral. They are all marked sterling silver. Now, I really don't, again, 35 charms. There's probably a lot of weight there. But I don't think that the sterling silver melt value of this bracelet is worth $1,055. I think it's the charm bracelet. The more charms, the more money. Based off of my experience and looking these up, it does look like it's also signed. Again, beautiful sterling silver charm bracelet. Stunning. You got some military ones in there. Floral. Sold 4 bids. $1,055. Sheesh. $1,000 for a sterling bracelet with 35 charms. That is insane. Now, this is another one. We got more sterling silver. I think it sold for $14.99. Sometimes it'll have a line through it, but that's what it sold for. Just wanted to double check that in my memory. So this one did sell for $1,499. Sterling silver, blue spinel, Niels Erik, Denmark. Erik. So it is sterling silver. But again, that Denmark NE, which is Niels Erik, Denmark sterling on a whole nother level. That's all I can say. sells for lots of money, nonstop. That beautiful blue, though, floral style panel bracelet. Not necessarily panel, but link bracelet, $1,499. Jeez. All right, we're officially into necklace. Oh, I lied. We have one more bracelet, which is this one. The only reason why I put this one in, just went through the necklaces, was looking up the bracelets. This necklace sold, or this bracelet sold more than most of the squash blossom necklaces that were listed and sold. So I was like, okay, we got to throw it in there. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the turquoise, the design. I think it's really the 34 pieces of turquoise. That is a lot of craftsmanship that has to go into a piece like this. So yeah, I threw this one in here. Again, it sold more than the squash blossom necklaces. So I was like, there's a reason that it sold for that amount. Just gorgeous, gorgeous design there. Have never came across anything like it. It is also signed. You know, I don't know that signature. I pretty much learn based off of hands-on, what I see, what I sell, I learn about. Something like this, you don't, some people can, some people do. You got to spend the right price for it. And that's just not really who I am as a reseller. Like, I don't mind spending money. That's not the issue. But I have a limit, and I feel like when it's over it, I'm just like, I'm not going to take a chance. But it is signed as well, and it sold for $5,150. Sheesh. That's almost like, that's halfway to 10 grand. That is insane. Beautiful bracelet, though. Alrighty, now we're into necklaces. Hold on, I gotta fix my hair. It's falling in my face. Alrighty, so we got Sparkly Vintage, signed Hobei, green amber glass necklace, runway collar. Yeah, I mean, look at that. I kind of want to see it hit with the black light because I'm kind of curious. But you can almost see the amber rhinestones reflecting off the green, and then you got like the dark green. All different styles of rhinestones. Beautiful collar necklace, stunning design, box closure, signed Hobei. Definitely an older Hobei piece, all individually set. I mean, Hobei Shriner looks about the same to me. This one was listed for $475 by now, and that is what it sold for. All right, we're going to pick up the pace a little bit. We have Pulsini, huge 9-inch articulated enamel clown face, silver tone chain, different for sure. Now, you can't really see a signature there, but I do believe it's just signed Pulsini, P-O-L-C-I-N-I, clown dangle articulated pendant. It's all about the pendant, to be honest. This one was originally $995. They did take an offer $497.50. So $497.50. That is insane. I don't think anybody out there setting up for an estate sale would be like, that necklace is worth multiple $100s. If I seen that, I'd be like, that's probably like a $5 necklace. But you never know, which is why I love doing these videos. We have Miriam Haskell rhinestone bow tie necklace. Beautiful rhinestones throughout. You have the faux pearls, kind of like faux Baroque pearls. Clip-ons with it. Maybe, yes, it does have the clip-ons as well. Signed Miriam Haskell. Of course, we want to show off that signature. She's a stunner. Hook closure. Probably right there on the back. Yes, on the shepherd hook clasp. Miriam Haskell. Got the wire work through it and everything. Stunning, stunning necklace. $499.97. Alrighty, we are going over some Art Deco. Give me a second. Need a little bit more coffee. Very nice. We have root beer, caramel, caramel. Oh, here we go with the debate. Is it caramel or caramel? Bakelite beads. It's all about the bakelite beads. Hand knotted in between. Super long, 55 grams in total. Don't believe that there's a signature. Again, if you're going to semi-chrome test it with the Q-tip, you might as well just show them what the test looks like. There's no easier way to prove to them that it's Bakelite. So again, it's got the smoky color. Sometimes, I mean, it is hard to tell. Just because you do a semi-chrome test, sometimes it'll pull the dye right off of it. You also have Bakelite that's heavy dyed. So there's like horse brooches that are like a deep red Bakelite. But realistically, it's more of like a butterscotch with a heavy red dye on top. So when it just pulls the red. You're not going to see that smoky color. So it does make it a little bit difficult depending on, the type of Bakelite. But this one still was listed for $799, guys. It sold for $600. About $200 off. But again, that's still not a bad sale whatsoever. This one, Bohemian Garnet. Absolute gorgeous. Vintage, antique, Victorian. I mean, just Art Nouveau. You got the grape cluster, grapevine, dangle, Bohemian Garnet. She is gorgeous. Now, I did look over it. I don't believe that it's gold. I'm not saying that there isn't. When you see the back, it looks more gold tone. So, yeah. Discoloration right there, actually re-looking it over, that is not gold. Gold is not going to do that. So yeah, not gold, but Bohemian Garnet. Absolute stunning. I don't believe that it signed anything either. Does have the jewelry box that it came in though. It was listed $795. It did sell for $600. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think that necklace is worth more than $600. More like the $795. But again, it's not gold, so I don't know. Alrighty, up next, we have graduated bead butterscotch green marble tested Bakelite necklace. Now you can see that is double strand. Massive beads on that one. Double strand, probably Japan style necklace. Beautiful Bakelite. There it is, weighed. Again, a lot of Bakelite is weighed. But yeah, definitely more of like you got the swirl. I mean, I guess I wouldn't necessarily say spinach for that one. We'll go with like a green butterscotch marble. Beautiful necklace there. $610 on bid. 29 bids, 610. That is insane. That's some beautiful Bakelite. Again, Bakelite's not really my favorite, but I know a lot of people love it. Alrighty, up next. Now this one, either which way. We're just going to go over real quick. So we got vintage gold tone. Gold filled. 3-strand link scrap or wear necklace. It does have a spring ring closure. Yeah, it's got the beautiful chain links. That thing is stunning. Now, maybe it is gold filled. I didn't see a marking. And it sold on bid, 24 bids, $644. I have a feeling people were kind of questioning whether or not that was real gold or not. Maybe up like towards the closure wise, it's giving me gold filled vibes. But looking over that necklace, there's no pitting, there's no discoloration. Yeah, it's like a 50% chance. It is 28 grams. I think somebody was just really hoping that it was like a 10 to 14 carat maybe. Maybe even just based off of the age, maybe it's 9 carat is also a possibility. And I think that's what kind of helped jump that sale up to $644. In my own opinion, if you think I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments. Knowledge is knowledge, and I honestly don't care where I get it from. Yeah, if I know that there's people out there that know 100 times more than I do. I'm more of like a repetitive learner. Again, the more that I go over this stuff, the more keywords that I get, the more it just kind of locks it up here, and that's how I learn. So again, this one's $644. I mean, that's almost $700. That's insane. All right, we do have another set, Schiaparelli. See, even just like that. If I say something wrong, let me know down in the comments. I don't feel any type of way. Aside from brooch, but I fixed it somehow. I don't know how. But we have Schiaparelli Fantasy Jewels necklace, bracelet, earrings. Now it's a full set, if you ask me, just minus the brooch. Beautiful reds, ABs. You do have the upside down rhinestones there, kind of like a Rivoli floral domed pattern. Yeah, that thing is amazing. Beautiful, beautiful set. Of course, let's check out the signature. So again, there's that signature on the back. Again, Schiaparelli, absolute stunner. Beautiful set. Again, bracelet, necklace, and earrings. Sheesh. $695. So again, they listed it for $695. That's what it sold for. Could it have sold for more? 50-50. Alrighty, what else are we looking at? We have a spectacular Lupe Lovato 5-strand Kingman Mine turquoise Heishi necklace. Sheesh. Now, I am uncertain of exactly what, how they knew that it was Lupe Lovato or Kingman Mine. That's so beyond me at this point. But I know it's a stunner. I'm trying to think of what it's reminded me of. But beautiful turquoise, regardless. Stunning Heishi bead necklace. It was listed for $900. And it did sell for that. So sold for $900. Insane. Why did... I'm trying to think of who it reminds me of. Santo Domingo? I think it's Santo Domingo style with those beautiful Heishi beads. But again, Lupe Lovato, I'm not 100% sure on. Alrighty, keeping it rocking. We got another sterling silver piece. Again, just really tried to give it a nice little mix. High selling those sterling silver that's still not its weight in sterling. Really cool. They did call it a micro inlay. I mean, pretty much. You got the coral, the turquoise, the onyx, mother of pearl. Beautiful design there. Stunning necklace. It is also signed on the back, which I think that they would have put in there, but they did not. So, handmade sterling. I think it's ED. Again, I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. Maybe I do. I just can't think of it right now. It does have a lobster closure, making me think probably maybe 70s. Give or take. But this one sold $1,049 by now. And actually, they took an offer on it for $945. So almost $1,000 for this one. Yeah, you know, if you got it listed for $1,050 and they offer you $945, I'm taking it as well. Excuse me, guys. So again, beautiful necklace there. Absolutely stunning for $945. Alrighty, officially into the brooches. We have 1960s Strafari crown. I didn't know if I was dyslexic for a moment. Crown Strafari, rhinestone owl, firebird owl. Couple of little descriptive words, but you got the Grapoy style. You got the blue cabochon eyes, clear, purple, green. Wise owl. It's got the really cool eyelash style. Sounded right in the moment. There is that Crown Trifari signature. It's definitely an older piece. On bid, $382.85. 26 bids. Again, these are the items. Again, if you're going to an estate or a yard sale or flea market, they could be laid out $2, $3, $4, $5 because again, it's an owl, it's cute, it's a brooch, it's not gold. I'll take whatever I can for it. When there is so much value in some of these items, it's insane. So $382.85 for the Trifari owl. We have up next Nettie Rosenstein vintage sterling gold. I don't believe so. But Nettie Rosenstein, beautiful rhinestone tassel piece. Let's just go over it really quick. Maybe it is. Maybe a little bit of gold filled. Let's see if they took a... All right, so no, Nettie Rosenstein sterling. Gold vermeil, maybe? That would make more sense. So sterling, Nettie Rosenstein. I didn't even know, but here we are. Gorgeous. Yeah, I would say like a gold vermeil. That would make more sense. Stunning, stunning brooch. Regardless. This one was listed for $395. It did sell for that amount. There are no adjusted prices in this. Shriner, This one specifically is a lot of 3. As you can see in that title, a lot of 3 brooches, vintage jewelry. I can tell you right now that that one up top, not only is it signed in the listing, Shriner, New York, but if you look at recent solds for that Shriner right there, Mama Sue actually has one. We just looked it up. It's going to be in an upcoming Daily Bolo video. That one just sold not that long ago for $1,200. Somebody got a great deal. So there's that Shriner. And some of the ways that you can tell, outside of the fact that it's signed, you have the upside down rhinestones, beautiful facets, just the style. The back of that one, I think it's just unsigned. I don't believe it's anything, but I'm not fairly certain. That one as well, looking a little bit newer age. But yeah, those are 3 amazing brooches, without a doubt, especially the Shriner. 8 bids, $455. I obviously would not mind spending the $455, knowing, again, color does make a difference, but that one right there is the beautiful piece. Looks like it might have a little bend into it. Maybe not, though, because it does have a natural little pinwheel style twist. But yeah, she's absolutely gorgeous. $455. We have another Shriner. Again, if you're wondering, like, I thought you wanted to make a mix, learning some of the styles of Shriners, the more comfortable we get with the visual aspect of, again, if you're buying a lot online or something else like that, or Facebook Marketplace, getting to know some of the styles of Shriners are worth a lot of money. So if you associate the price with the style and you can spot that, that can really change the game on how you're buying your jewelry. So we got prong set, definitely like an opaque cabochon top, faux pearls, beautiful blue, red, stunner, without a doubt. This one is signed Shriner, New York. Beautiful. This one was listed on bid, 19 bids for $462.80. Peace. And of course, we got some more Shriner. Shriner, New York, you got the root beer glass, that's what I like to call it, or pin ribbon glass, that's what I really like to call it. Again, some of the ways you can tell, look at all those upside down rhinestones. They like to set them upside down. Prong sets, you have the prongs with the hole in the center. It does also have the earrings. This one is also signed Shriner, New York. A little bit of discoloration, some age on the back, but beautiful. Just the style of that brooch alone. Does also have the earrings listed and sold. It's actually kind of low if you ask me, but on bid, 7 bids, $515. I don't know. As is. I did not see that. That makes more sense. I think it might just be as is because of the discoloration on the back. I'm trying to look. A little bit of verdigris. Again, a little bit of vinegar. Windex will really help with some of that verdigris. It looks like we're missing a rhinestone or two. Okay, that makes more sense. A little bit as is. $515. Alrighty, we have some Bracelets Brooches. Ooh, signed and numbered Phoenix brooch. I think it's a swap. It's a bird. That's what I'm going to go with. You got the faux turquoise, blue rhinestones, clear, beautiful Grapois style poured, purple glass eye. Yeah, I'm still going to say it's a swallow. I might also be completely wrong on that, but it is signed Brooches. Has the reference number $599.99 listed by now. Swallowtail. Yeah. $599. So just say $600 for that Bracelets Brooches stunner. Alrighty, up next, Christian LaCroix. Not earrings this time, but brooches. You have the stunning poured glass cabochon. You got the blues, the red, the green. Stunner. Beautiful rhinestones. Tassel dangle. You got the CL Christian LaCroix signed on the back. Sheesh. This one was listed and sold $685 by now. Wowzers. Alrighty, Crown Trafari, Jelly Belly, guys. Jelly Bellies, Crown Trafari, you're talking big money. This one, I didn't even know that there was a butterfly. Again, this happened at a time period with World War II, I do believe. 1940, yeah, so just during the World War, precious stones, glass, all of it kind of became harder to produce and more expensive with everything going on. So what their alternative was an acrylic lucite Jelly Belly. So if you're going to say that it's a Jelly Belly, it should not be glass. It sometimes is either faux pearl, that clear lucite, which is the ones that sell for the most, and any acrylic. But for the most part, you're looking for clear or faux pearl. Again, it was used in that time period to make beautiful jewelry at an affordable rate. And it really does make the value of it go up. So this one, again, beautiful butterfly. I don't even believe I've ever seen it. As you can see, Crown Trafari, patent penned. This one is probably sterling silver. Probably right there at the wing. Stunning, stunning piece. Jelly Belly, you got the baguettes. Diamante style rhinestone up at the top. $835. 16 bids. I love me some Jelly Belly action. Sure do. Alrighty, we have another Shriner. This one kind of, it's a little different. You got the large faux pearls, stunning rhinestones all the way throughout. Yeah, you don't have a whole lot of upside down action. But beautiful flower spray by Shriner. It is signed Shriner, New York. Very different. Absolute stunner, though. So more Shriner. This one, 21 bids. 21 bids, $1,125. You're pushing $1,200. Sheesh. Man, oh man. Be sure to keep an eye out for those Shriners. And last but not least, Miriam Haskell. #1 for the brooches. It is an earring set, too. But it's in there, and I count it as a win. You have the beautiful faux turquoise seed bead, faux pearl, swirly, stunning set, and it looks like it's been kept in a box, locked away for the past, 80 years. It is beautiful. Love this set. Stunning rhinestones throughout. Miriam Haskell, signed on the cartouche on the back. The only problem I see is that pin's bent a little bit. But again, signed on the earrings and the back. If you are just getting into the jewelry, it applies to you. If you haven't seen too many Miriam Haskell pieces, also applies. The fact that that wire work has absolutely no verdigris or darkening on the back, they kept this piece in pristine condition. I cannot tell you the amount of times that I find Haskell pieces that have things missing because the corroded wire work snapped. It is just insane. Such a well-preserved pieces of jewelry, and it sold for $1,800. And that's officially it. Top 10 of brooches, necklaces, bracelets, and earrings. Guys, I hope you're really enjoying this series. Just want to say thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you in the next one. Peace.